$10 billion. That's not a mistake. That's not some clickbait number I threw in the title. The Los Angeles Lakers just became the most expensive sports team in human history, and honestly, it might be the smartest business move we've seen in years. I'm your host Kyle, and welcome to Basketball Business, where we uncover the money moves behind the hardwood. If you enjoy these types of breakdowns on how the game actually works, hitting those like and subscribe buttons really makes a difference. It tells YouTube this is content worth recommending and helps me push more deep dives just like this directly to your feed. And trust me, after today's video, you're going to see the NBA completely differently. Because here's the thing everyone's missing about this deal. This isn't just the Lakers getting a new owner. This is about the most iconic franchise in the sport finally getting the resources to match their brand. Before we go any further, I want to clear something up because the headlines are kind of misleading. The Buss family didn't get $10 billion. That's the valuation of the entire Lakers franchise. What actually happened is they sold about 40% of the team at that $10 billion valuation. So they pocketed about $4.8 billion, which, don't get me wrong, is still an insane amount of money. But when we're talking about the biggest sports sale in history, these type of distinctions matter. ESPN broke this story first, and here's what makes it wild. Sportico had the Lakers valued at $8.07 billion just a few months ago. Now they're selling at $10 billion, with some sources saying this could eventually hit $12 billion when it's all said and done. Now I'm going to tell you something that will absolutely blow your mind. For the past 20 years or so, the Lakers have been the richest poor team in all of sports. Now this may sound crazy, but stick with me here. The Lakers generate more revenue than almost any team in the league. Their local TV deal with Spectrum, $184.7 million this past season. The Lakers make in 1 week what some teams make all year. But somehow, they've been operating like your local bodega.
This could have rolled under there years ago. There, little one. Your journey is almost over.
What happened? Someone tried to throw away a patty.
Pinch-O-Matic has saved you 5.2 cents.
We always say here that one of the most underrated things to NBA success is ownership, and the Lakers are the perfect example of that. The Buss family owned the team for 45 years. Dr. Jerry Buss bought the Lakers, the Forum, the LA Kings, and a ranch for $67.5 million back in 1979. Probably the greatest sports investment in history. But here's the thing, the Lakers were basically the Buss family's only real asset. They couldn't just throw money around like Steve Ballmer or other billionaire owners. They had to actually make money with the Lakers. This is where it gets absolutely ridiculous. There's two ways to make more money in life: increasing revenue or reducing expenses. And the Lakers ownership group were big fans of reducing expenses. The Lakers, now literally a $10 billion brand, are run like a mom and pop store. The general consensus around the league is that the Lakers have had a very frugal front office. Examples such as they didn't have scouts watching NBA talent on a nightly basis, or they didn't pay for Synergy Sorts, a powerful analytics database, when literally every other team had it. Or how about during COVID, when they applied for small business relief money? $4.5 million. The Lakers applied for small business money. They had to return it after everyone called them out for that. What about the time when an assistant coach wasn't approved to stay at the same hotel as a player he was working out with because the room was too expensive? It's crazy how cheap they are for the amount of money this franchise generates. Meanwhile, across town, Steve Ballmer built the Clippers a $2 billion arena and hired half of the Ivy League to run his analytics department. The Lakers were relying on their brand alone. And that brand is so powerful that it carried them to multiple championships. So now imagine what they could do with actual resources behind them.
One more thing. Price of the brick going up.
So who is Mark Walter, the new owner of the Los Angeles Lakers? This guy's interesting because he doesn't want to be famous. Walter's low profile appears to be on purpose. He's told media that he's a fairly quiet person who hasn't sought publicity, and he wants to remain in the background and cheer on as loud as he can. But don't let that fool you. Walter led a group to buy the Los Angeles Dodgers in 2012 and turned them into a dynasty. He has stakes in Chelsea FC and the Cadillac F1 team. This dude collects championship organizations like their Pokemon cards. And here's the kicker. He's been planning this Lakers move for years. Back in 2021, Walter bought 27% of the Lakers from Philip Anschutz. But buried in that deal was something called a right of first refusal. If the Buss family ever decided to sell, Mark Walter got first dibs. So when the siblings finally voted to cash out, Walter was ready. Dr. Jerry Buss structured the trust that owns the Lakers so that only his 6 children could decide on a sale. And it had to be majority vote. I get it. The 2 youngest siblings probably didn't want to sell because they have the most to gain financially. If their older siblings pass away first, their stake increases. But for the 4 older siblings, they're at the age where you're starting to think about who you're leaving behind. And honestly, Jeannie Buss still got her dream job and a payday of a few $1 billion coming her way. She won't have to come out of her own pockets for those inevitable luxury taxes teams are going to have to pay to be competitive in this apron era. Now there's one weird part of this deal. Jeannie Buss is supposedly staying on as governor even though she's no longer the majority owner. We've seen this movie before. Mark Cuban was supposed to keep running basketball operations for the Dallas Mavericks after selling to the Adelson family. How'd that work out? Cuban found out about the Luka trade through a text message. Jeannie Buss might think she's staying in control, but Mark Walter didn't spend billions of dollars to let someone else make decisions for the long run. The financial breakdown of this deal does allow her to remain in control though. Walter's group now owns about 76% of the team, and the Buss family keeps around 17% because Jeannie needs at least 15% to remain governor under NBA rules.
I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving!
Forget the financial engineering for a second. Let's talk about the on-court basketball product. The salary cap still exists. Mark Walter can't just outspend everyone for players like he does in baseball. But while salary caps slow spending, they don't regulate ambition. Analytics departments, scouting networks, training facilities, sports science, player development, international expansion. Expect a boost in all these groups. The Lakers have never been known for investing in their front office or support staff. Now they're going to be top of the line across the board. Look at what happened to the LA Dodgers under Walter. They didn't just buy Shohei Ohtani and call it a day. They hired Andrew Friedman away from Tampa Bay, and they built the deepest organization in the sport. That's the blueprint for the Lakers now. Lately, winners in the league have been built on smart front office management and navigating the CBA. The thought here is the Lakers will bring in smart front office people, scouts, and top analytics, similar to what the Dodgers have done. And this creates a massive problem for the other 29 teams. The Lakers already had the biggest brand advantage in basketball. Now they have unlimited resources to match that. And those resources will come into play this summer. A source close to Luka Dončić said that Mark Walter's deep pockets, combined with his results with the Dodgers, makes LA that much more appealing for the 26-year-old superstar. He's due for a $229 million extension this August. Meanwhile, LeBron James? Apparently, this sale has no bearing on his decision to opt in or opt out of his contract for next season. But here's something interesting. A source close to LeBron suggested that Walter could be a valuable resource as the King pursues his post-playing career goal of owning an NBA franchise. And there are big implications for the future of the league too. The Celtics just sold for $6.1 billion. Now, the Lakers went for $10 billion. You know what that means for NBA expansion? Adam Silver's been waiting for this exact moment. Those expansion fees for teams in Seattle and Las Vegas, they're about to be higher than Snoop Dogg. Let's say the floor price for owning an NBA team is now $6 billion. If two new teams each pay that amount to join the league, that's $12 billion split among the current 30 owners. Quick math, that's $400 million per team. And unlike other league revenue, expansion money doesn't get shared with the players. So every owner in the league just got 400 million reasons to approve expansion immediately.
I gotta do it, man.
So where does this leave us? The Lakers went from being a family business to having some of the deepest pockets in sports. They kept their brand advantage and added nearly unlimited resources now. Luka Dončić is a 26 years old generational superstar, and now he just got one of the wealthiest ownership groups in all of basketball. Meanwhile, every other team in the league is trying to figure out how to compete with that combination. The NBA just got a lot less fair. And honestly, that might be exactly what the league wanted. This isn't just the biggest sale in sports history. It's the moment the Lakers stopped playing with house money and started playing with all of the money. The Lakers just changed the game, and we're all about to see what $10 billion can buy. Thanks for watching this breakdown. If this helped you understand how these mega deals actually work, smash that like button and share this with someone who loves the business side of basketball. Subscribe to Basketball Business for more deep dives into the money moves that reshape the game we love. Until next time, this is Kyle with Basketball Business.